The coronavirus. It's kind of an alarming thing. It's in the news. But how is it really going to affect us in our personal lives? Here we are at BGSU University, a college at the state of Ohio. Universities have already been shut down. Don't worry, not for good, but for a short amount of time. What does that mean? It means people are sent home to their families. And in the midst of summer 2 or semester 2, literally things change. Your whole lifestyle changes. High schools might not change, elementary schools might not change, adults in the workforce might not change. But universities are being affected because of how easy it is for a virus to be spread. In Cleveland, there have been 3 cases already. If you want to know specific schools, Miami of Ohio University and also The Ohio State University have already been shut down for multiple weeks. Miami has not been fully shut down, but Ohio State has been shut down until late March. It's kind of alarming, right? Today, Brady Karpus and I are going to break down what does that mean? How is that going to affect us college students, right? So I'm going to go over about maybe 6 or 7 quick pro cons. Brady, you go over 6, 7 pro cons, not 6 each, like in total. So first of all, obviously a con is going to be, hey, I paid for a meal plan, right? I paid for, to live on campus. So literally if I go ahead, so we're going to do costs, okay, in general, okay? Sleeping, Z, and also eating, right? Yum. So literally my food, okay, my food plan is going to be affected. Am I going to lose money? We're shut down, okay, for 3 weeks. I paid for a meal plan. I paid for a place to sleep. I'm going to lose money now, right? And just in general, the cost, right? Also, how about another big con? Okay, and hopefully bring down, try to think outside the box maybe for your cons if I overtake your cons. A bad con too is, what if you're involved in a school sport, right? Like maybe baseball, track. Okay, so school functions, right? Whether that be like extracurriculars, right? Like you're involved in like a big state program, shut down, right? Things that you look forward to in the spring, shut down. Literally March and April are the 2 biggest months for this semester in terms of like events and things. So literally that being shut down is actually huge. I'm gonna now go over about 3 pros. One pro that's gonna be happening is that you get to go home to your family. That might not sound like a huge pro to everyone, but in general, you really, whether you have a full family or not, maybe just you and your grandma, right? Maybe you live on your own at 18. You're still going to be able to have more leniency in what you do. But for maybe a good portion of us, you're able to go home and see your family, see your dog, and just in general, be more comfortable at home, right? You're literally living on your own lifestyle at home. Another pro is that most classes are going to be online, okay? The university is shut down, but it doesn't mean that the semester is shut down. Classes will continue, they'll be online, and literally that can be a pro for literally 60% of your classes. Now I know that's a made up number, but it's also a con. This counts for a 2 for 1. Why is online classes a bad thing? Okay. Literally I was talking with people, okay, and our DoorDash ain't there, right? We're arriving in 2 to 4 minutes. Okay, so we're gonna pause it after me and then we'll go to Brady. So some classes are going to be better, right? Geology, maybe like it's a basic like general class in history. When you take the quizzes now online instead of in class, you can cheat work with others, call someone, Google the answers. Because if you're like, conversely, the alternative would be taking it in class. But now if it's gonna be an online course like a month or two for being shut down, probably like at least like 2-3 weeks being shut down, like you should be able to get good grades in those exams. Okay. What's the bad part? Like literally maybe some classes might be harder now. Like maybe like it's like cool. Like I see my family, you know, I'm at home, video games, I get my own sleep schedule. No more noise complaints. But the good thing though is that with online classes, or a bad thing, it can be harder. Like people don't like realize that like, what about calculus 2? Calculus 3? Like, how am I supposed to learn that on my own? Like, that's a bad thing. So literally, to conclude my portion of pros and cons, I mean, I gotta say it's a bad thing. Like, I paid to be here. I wanna be here. Don't look at universities being shut down as, yay, I get to go home and see all my friends back at you know, your city, and I get to go home with my family. Like, that's that's cool, but think about it. You're only here for 13, 14, 15 weeks anyway. Like, you're here for a reason. Let's stay here. Going home's not a bad thing. Brady, over to you. Just like everyday college kids, DoorDash and McDonald's, large Shamrock Shake, large combo, 10-piece. Let's go. Brady, what's going on with you, bro? How do you feel about this situation?
I'm worried. Here's why. Coronavirus, people like to joke about it. If we go home, there are already 3 cases in the Cuyahoga County. That is where we live. But listen, as long as we wash our hands, I know some of us don't, we will be protected from the coronavirus.
Shots fired.
No, I'm kidding. Just washing your hands won't, but just make sure you're not, touching things without washing your hands. Make sure you're very clean with what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, some of the other pros that I'm going to go over. So I can go get my job earlier and work for longer while being online, and I can make more money. That is a pro to me. Another pro, this isn't going to apply for everyone, but it's getting hotter, right? AC unit in-house.
Because not all universities have AC in every...
I don't have that here, so that's going to be a huge W for me.
Yeah, because this dorm complex has no AC, so...
Now this is going to look weird. This is my dog. I just love my dog, so I'm going to put that as a...
Yeah, for sure.
All right, now for cons. First of all,
ooh, March Madness.
will this be shut down? I don't know. If Bowling Green closes and we're supposed to make the bracket, I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, you're right. We have a chance to be in it, number 16 seed.
So another con
Like
is
sports, school functions, yeah.
leaving long distance friends behind. Now this is probably one of the tougher ones.
Like leaving your on-campus friends. Like Brady and me got lucky. We met back all the way in, I want to say actually the last week in August. Like a weekend of college or two.
It was Labor Day weekend.
We got lucky. We literally live 15 minutes from each other, and we're 2 hours away from college. So like we got lucky. Like he could have been from Tennessee, Florida. He could have been 4 hours away from my home.
Nebraska,
Like
we have somebody that is from Nebraska. Oh,
Purcell's
one more con.
from Utah.
Hold on. Now this isn't a con.
Yeah, think of anything, bro. Any pros and
Spring
cons.
break is coming up. Now, what if we don't know about it and we don't take enough stuff home? Are we going to be able to get back here if the university is shut down? So our stuff gets left behind. Like, what if I don't bring my TV and stuff and it gets left behind? I just don't have it.
Yeah, so by the way, guys, what he's saying is this. So if they do make a decision, and they shut down this campus, the decision will be made while we're over spring break at home. So what do we do with our stuff in our rooms? I guess the solution is this. Plan for it. You're always better safe than sorry.
I also think mass panic.
Plus, mass panic. Yeah, stress. Oh, yeah.
Now, for other pros.
That DoorDash is waiting, bro. Large samurai steak, bro.
Lounge time. You'll have a lot more of this. I mean, you're not going to be going to classes. You can do all the work online. It's cool. Once again, online, kind of better. But what if you have a class, and I have a class, where you have to perform things? What's going to happen? What if they're like, you don't get the credit?
Yeah, like some classes are literally based the syllabus on like performances and like in-class stuff. So what happens? How will the class change if it's online? Will it change for the better or worse? Like, oh wow, bailout, I got lucky. This
But
class.
overall, lounge time is going to be a kind of nice.
I have one more thing, Brady. If you want to let me get the camera.
All I gotta say about this is I'm gonna say it's more of a bad thing just because of the cost. Will we get Oh, here's another thing though.
Mm-hmm.
If this does happen, this is like, I'm gonna start this because it's not guaranteed. Refund maybe. You get
some kind of refund maybe if it is a longer period of time, not like 1 week.
Now.
Maybe.
I'd be okay with that. So if you get the refund, if you're still able to pass your classes, and
maybe, but right now we have con costs because we're probably gonna lose some, but not all. Maybe.
Now, this is what I'm gonna say. It is a bad thing unless you are able to pass your classes, understand the info. You stay safe. You stay healthy.
Like no counselor meetings, no professor meetings. Like
you can, but
you're on your
own.
own.
You get a refund and you get your stuff working. It could be a good thing. But overall, it's bad because it's a virus that's going around that's actually really dangerous. So I've already had my writing classes moved online for this whole week. So you can tell this is serious. This is not some type of joke for views. This is all real. And obviously, you guys know the coronavirus is real. But that's all I'm going to say about it. Thank you.
Any last closing sentence?
Stay safe and wash your hands.
Okay, Brady, I want to have one of my messages. Last pro here. Just kind of flip it around, go back. Guys, I got one thing for pro. Okay. MLB The Show. Okay. I know this is a dumb thing for being a pro, but think about it. If you're a huge gamer, the game drops March 13th. Okay. And if you get it online, okay, in person it's gonna be like Friday morning pretty much. But if you do the online via the PS Store, for all you gamers out there, for like PS4 baseball fans, you can start playing Thursday night at midnight. Okay.
Can I say one thing about this?
Go ahead, Brady.
What if I leave my TV and PlayStation here and I pre-order it and I never can play it?
That won't happen because you can start playing Thursday night. So
yeah, but I only get to play for 1-2 days and then I leave my stuff here and it's like,
bring your home for spring break.
Yeah, but
you should probably bring your PS4 home for spring break anyway. But the whole point though is that like if we are in general home and we have online classes, it doesn't mean the online classes will be easier, but it should be less time. Giving us more time for like actually fun stuff. I was telling Bray I acted out. Clevenger is perfect. Yeah. Dude, I can't wait for MLB The Show, man. MLB The Show is like one of the best sports because they show more like animations for players, like and like dugout stuff. Like Madden is like more gameplay. There's not enough like extra stuff. Like the Gatorade and the coaches. There's not like celebrations. Like MLB The Show,
they use it all in the Pro Bowl.
Perfect game. It's like the catcher comes up, you're like, yeah, perfect game, Trill, deep right there.
You know why Matt's saying this stuff? Because I threw a perfect game when Matt was over in my dorm, and let's just say it was one of the most special moments I've ever had in MLB, in any MLB game or any.
We will see you tomorrow night. All right, peace.